What's happening, everybody? Zach here, undergroundstrength.tv. Got a question from somebody who just signed up for the online Underground Strength Coach certification. If you're like me and you don't like leaving your house, you're a simple man and you don't want to travel, perhaps you've got family, perhaps you're working 2 or 3 jobs, whatever the reasons are, I get it. I'm not a big traveling guy myself. The link is below. Anyway, I've got a question that came up on the Facebooks. Make sure you're on my fan page. Go to zachsfanpage.com. And this is a training question for all you strength coaches out there, so check it out. This is from Kevin Yates. I'm pumped, Zach. I stopped making excuses and I finally made the investment in your USC online cert and I passed. Got a question on group training. My business is only 1 month old and I've got all brand new members that go into a 6-month intro. That go into 6 intro sessions, not 6 month. 6 intro sessions to become familiar with our training and our workouts. Makes it easier to coach them when they go in with the groups of existing members, the experienced members. The thing is, these intro sessions take up 5 time blocks that I might end up needing for training more groups as my membership increases. My question for you is, how do you work around this and what do you suggest? Thanks for your time, Zach, and awesome program on the certification. I appreciate it. Kevin, I appreciate you killing excuses and being a badass. I love that stuff. I hate excuses. So let's get into this question that Kevin asked. I love it. I'm going to give you a couple of different examples, 3 examples. The way I do it is I don't block out time because I train athletes. I understand that their parents have hectic schedules, especially if they have more than 1 kid or more than 1 kid at different age groups. So if it's an elementary, middle school, or a high school kid, they've got different schedules. Plus they're working around their own work schedule, their own life. So we never say this is the only time you could train. This is the only time new people come in. This is the only time for middle school and so on. My coaches are basically ready at all times to have their head in different directions and to be able to navigate and control the controlled chaos, essentially. I have another friend who runs a CrossFit, and he does not do any of those on-ramp programs. He got rid of things like, the crazy exercises that require all the coaching. He says the new athlete comes in, we give that athlete a little bit more attention on their first few days, but the rest of the group understands it because they're still getting awesome coaching and they experience the same thing from when they started. You hear of other coaches that say, we just do Saturday mornings for new athletes. And when I say athlete, I say that for everybody. It's not just about the high school or college athlete. Athlete is anybody walking into your gym regardless of the age. So you can mix them up. There's nothing wrong with that. I always have groups where there's high school athletes, middle school athletes, highly experienced lifters, brand new lifters. We make it all work and go basically back to the Underground Strength Coach Cert where I teach you about progressions and regressions. So we might have somebody who's doing box squats or pause squats. The other people who are not as ready are doing kettlebell goblet squats or sandbag squats. If we're doing farmer walks, the progression regression is simply heavier or lighter. If we're doing push-ups, we change the push-up variation. Somebody can't do pull-ups, they're doing recline rowing. So we're doing the same movement family, but just a different exercise variation, which makes the coaching much more efficient and more powerful. And look, going back to the days of wrestling, I remember hearing this long ago, that the youth wrestlers in Russia are training alongside in the same room as the Olympians. And actually the younger ones are getting higher level coaching because that way when they get more experienced, they're more in tune with their own skills and they could kind of coach themselves or get less of an intensive coaching. Travis Mash said the same thing about his weightlifters. He doesn't overcoach them. He just gives them little small pieces of feedback because too much coaching crushes them. So having high energy being able to coach multiple athletes of multiple levels is not a problem. So don't be afraid to mix brand new athletes with experienced athletes. It's all fun, but if you need to lock something down, maybe come up with 1 day a week where it's just for the beginners. And that way the beginners, or really the people who are serious, will say, you know what, I've got to make it Saturday morning at 8 a.m. or whatever that time is, because that is the time for me to begin this program with Kevin. So I want you to think about those things and then just go with the one that's the best in your heart. Your gut instinct tells you what is right, and don't be afraid to change it. I was asked this weekend, what do I see the direction of the Underground Strength Coach certification going in? How do Travis Mash and I see the direction of us blending our certifications together? We don't blend our certs together every time, but the one thing that we constantly agree on is this. We always say, hey, this is one way. There are other ways. We're not so egotistical guru-like where we, are up on a pedestal looking down on everybody saying, do it this way or you are wrong. We show you what works for us, and then the best strength coaches, the smartest, are the ones that kind of come up and blend their own philosophies. And at the end of the day, we are all borrowing and learning from those around us. But the best learning comes from when you are in the trenches, in the gym, training others. So Kevin, there's your answer, my man. Don't worry too much about it. Maybe lock down 1 day a week. I don't lock down any day a week for new athletes. You get here when you can, and then when you get here, we're kicking ass and taking names. Go to undergroundstrength.org to learn more about the certification. Click the links below this video for the online cert, as well as links to the Underground Strength Coach Business newsletter. Talk to everybody soon. Peace out. Drop your questions or comments below, and I will answer them.